Who is Hunter x Hunter so good? A series so old and with so many hiatus, you would expect it to lose popularity, but you couldn't be more wrong. Because despite all this, even today, it manages to bring new fans, and older fans can't wait to see the next chapters. I even watched the anime for the third time, and it's my favorite anime. But how does Hunter x Hunter manage to be one of the best anime in the world? To answer this question, we must first go into the past. Hunter x Hunter is the creation of Yoshihiro Togashi, a mangaka already very well known for Yu Yu Hakusho, a manga that he started in 1990 and tragically ended in 1994, out of a desire to try something new and health problems. Another thing he's known for is hiatus, but we'll talk about that later. After the termination of Yu Hakusho, Togashi started working on other series, such as Level L, which did not come close to the success of the Yu Yu Hakusho series. But in 1998, this will no longer be the case. Hunter x Hunter started serialization in the weekly Shonen Jump, and it was a massive success from the start. Fans are fascinated by the story of Gon, a 12-year-old boy who leaves home to find his father. To succeed in finding his father, he takes the Hunter's exam, which is famous for how hard it is. And when I say hard, I don't mean a math test, but this.
I'll tear your body apart. With just my bare hands, you got it?
Gon wants to be a hunter because his father is one, and he wants to know why he left him to be one. And we've come to the first reason why Hunter x Hunter is one of the best animes, and this is the main character. Gon is a simple character who is easy to get attached to, being kind and very dedicated to achieving his goals, which made us fans want to see the adventure he would go through. In this first season, we also meet other characters, such as Kurapika, Leorio, Killua, and the main villain, Hisoka, who is an interesting character, let's say. This season is perfect because we learn why each character wants to become a hunter. For example, Kurapika wants to avenge his family and the entire clan that was slaughtered by a group of criminals, made up of 13 people who are extraordinarily powerful and who will play a very important role in the future. Killua, who apparently comes from a family of assassins and came here more for fun. He ends up becoming very good friends with Gon, something that will start one of the best duos in the world. And Hisoka, who is here for personal reasons. Season 2 is the shortest of all the seasons, and shows us what happens after our group finishes the Hunter exam. Hisoka leaves the story, and the villain place is taken by Killua's family, who, if you remember, are professional assassins. And Killua ends up staying home for some reasons that have no place in this video. The goal of our group is to get their friend out of the house, which, for your understanding, looks like this. This season, although short, manages to show us how our characters manage to become stronger. In the third season, we are left with just Gon and Killua going into Haven's Arena, a place where Killua was when he was younger. And here, they will fight other opponents to become stronger and get some easy money, something they did until they didn't do it anymore. Yes, Hisoka returns again, but this time not as a villain, and instead to protect Gon and Killua from something. But why exactly, you may ask? Well, this is called Nen. Togashi introduced the most complicated and I think the best power system in all anime, because of the complexity and infinite possibilities it brings. I won't start explaining what that is because I want to finish this video. But those who have an idea what that is will understand me when I say that any fight became 10 times better when I knew that at any time, a complicated ability could change the whole fight. So, to not stay so long, we will go straight to Season 4, where something very interesting happens. Gon is not the main character, but Kurapika, which I think is great because I've never seen anything like this happen in any anime. Even in other animes where there are multiple characters, the story is always centered around a single character. But Togashi shows us how he can change the main characters, giving the possibility for fans to understand the story of other characters. Yes, remember Hisoka. He starts helping the main characters more, which is great. Now, if he helps them for his own interests, that's something else. But that doesn't matter. Now that Hisoka is no longer the villain, his place has been taken by the Phantom Troupe. This season is the favorite of many people in the community because it shows how Kurapika tries the impossible, killing the Phantom Troupe. Yes, I would skip Season 5. Don't get me wrong, Season 5 is very good, but in this episode, we're not going to briefly tell Hunter x Hunter. We're trying to answer the question of why Hunter x Hunter is so good. So let's go straight to Season 6. A lot happens in this season, and when I say a lot, I mean a lot. To understand the situation a little, Gon and Killua end up meeting Kite, who was a former apprentice of Gon's father. By the way, Gon is very attached to him. Kite is on a mission to kill a species of ants on steroids that are a threat to humanity. Well, you would say that this sounds interesting. You would expect extraordinary fights and all that, which is true, but you wouldn't expect it to use psychological warfare against you, the Watcher. Because, and beware, big spoilers, kills everyone, and starts Gon's transformation into a monster. Okay, now that we've calmed down, this season is my favorite season for many reasons. But this season shows better than ever that Hunter x Hunter is no longer an anime for kids, but is already reaching higher levels. But what is so different, after all? In the past seasons, we also saw deaths, and sometimes massacres. And let's not talk about other anime. What makes these deaths special? Good question. And here's the answer. We are currently in Season 6. We had so many moments to get attached to the characters. We had time to understand their goals and motivations. In other animes, when someone dies in a fight, you're usually like, oh, what a shame he died. But now when you see that character you were attached to and liked end up dying, it gives you a feeling that few animes manage to reproduce. And besides that, there are many other things to say, such as the change from a monster to a, let's say, good man, and some formidable opponents that make the story incredible. Now that we've gone through all the seasons, we can answer the question of why Hunter x Hunter is so good. And I think the answer is, as stupid as it may sound, freedom. No, not that kind of freedom, but more like this. Togashi stopped continuing Yu Yu Hakusho because he didn't feel free to do anything. But in Hunter x Hunter, we see how anything is possible, either through the multitude of characters, the power of Nen, or the story that keeps you in suspense. This anime seems like it could go on forever because it doesn't show the story of a character, but of a fantasy world that, no matter how ruthless it may seem, we would all subconsciously want to be a part of, because we want freedom, and no anime shows freedom better than Hunter x Hunter. Yes, I said the series could go on forever. Yes, that could be a problem, as I said at the beginning of the episode. Togashi is famous for its hiatus, and the manga is still continuing, leaving fans to believe that the story really will never end. At the time of this episode, there are 410 chapters, and it doesn't look like it will end. By the way, the manga is now in hiatus. Hunter x Hunter is perfect, but what will happen in the future, only time can tell. And until then, Hunter x Hunter remains the favorite anime of many people in the community. Thanks for watching, and I hope you liked the video. And by the way, I want to say that what I said was only my personal opinion, and if you don't agree with what I said, that's very okay. If you like the video, I would be very happy if you subscribed, or gave a like, or commented. This is my first video, and that helps me a lot. Until then, all the best. Goodbye.